Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is the day 4 of autumn painting series. So we have done these elements so far. If you want, you can get a link into my description section. Now let's start with today's video. So today's video is all about autumn flowers. There are multiple. So I'm using this 02 round brush. This is on the fine side, as you can see, and you can use similar brush, little bigger, little smaller is totally fine. Now let's start with the first flower. You can have a drawing for sure if you're not comfortable doing these things directly with the help of watercolor, but for today's video I'm not drawing anything. I am directly using watercolor to paint. Now for the first flower, I am creating an oval shape, a small oval kind of shape, half oval you can say, and just fill it randomly with the help of orange color. So I am filling it randomly, which means I am randomly creating some random pattern to fill it, and I can also see some negative space as well. Now with the help of same color, you can start creating petals towards the downward direction. So basically for this particular flower, the center part is quite huge and we are seeing the center part very clearly, and around that we have petals. Couple of them could be smaller, couple of them could be bigger, but simple petals like these, little bit pointed. I'm pressing my brush a little bit and dragging it little longer and removing slowly to have a pointed end. Now keep adding these petals. This is the first layer. After that we are going to paint in another layer. You can do a little bit of overlapping as well, but on a safer side, keep these petals at distance first. And we have done something like this. So we are still not done with the petals, but this is the first layer with first color. So I have used orange color for the center part as well and for the petals as well. So this is the basic guideline you can say. Now I'm going to use little bit of red color into my orange color and making it little more vibrant. So with the help of similar color which we have used earlier, I'm creating one more flower following the same step whatever we have done for the first one. So basically you need to repeat it. The composition is totally up to you, whether you want only one flower or whether you want to paint a group of flowers. So accordingly you can have this particular structure with the help of orange color. You can definitely choose different color combination, like you can start with the yellow color and then you can end with the red color. So something like that also you can do, but for this particular video I'm going to use yellow and orange color. So I have created two flowers like this with the help of orange color. Let it dry completely. We need to dry it completely because for the second layer I need these petals to be dried. Now with the help of yellow color, you can just go around the center part of the flower, add yellow color, and likewise we are going to add multiple colors in the center part to make it more darker and to have little bit of orangish, reddish, yellowish kind of color in between as well. Now for the second layer I am using lemon yellow color and I'm just going around creating similar petals at distance. Little bit of overlapping is also possible, and you have to make sure your previous petal have dried before adding the another layer with different color. Yellow, orange, red, these kind of color goes well with each other, and these are autumn color as well, so I think it is the perfect color for the autumn flowers. Now repeat the same thing for second flower as well, and likewise we have made the structure little bushier. We have multiple petals which we are able to see clearly. We are not hiding the previous layer. We can still see the orange layers as well. Now I am making brown color, mixing all the three primary colors together depend on which color you are using more. Based on that you will have different shades of brown, and I have also added a little bit of black into it to make it little darker. Now with the help of brown color, just go around the center part of the flower and again create some random pattern like we did with the orange and yellow color. And likewise you will have little darker texture in the center, and you can also see little bit of color. So that's why we have started with the color, and we are adding now brown color to finish. We are going to add more layers. The center part is quite wet at this point of time, so whatever you can do that and let it aside. Now with the help of concentrated red color, do not use very watery color, and with the help of concentrated red color you can start creating some lines and pattern around the petal area. You can also create outline for couple of petals to make those petals more visible. Also you can add little bit of red color around the edge from where all the petals are connected to the center part, so that area you can make little darker with the help of red color. And in this particular step we are basically trying to highlight couple of petals, so that's why we are creating some lines and pattern, also creating little bit of outlining for couple of petals that we have. So you don't have to do it for all the petals that you have, but for the couple of petals you can definitely do. And you can also add little bit of red color around the center part of the flower as well. Remember, we are doing it with very fine tip, so if you are not comfortable using bigger brush, you can use fine brush to have some fine lines around the petal area. And likewise we have created the petals. I think petal we are almost done. I am adding more color around the center part, basically more darker color, so you can have a layer of black color as well. Now I'm creating a green color, mixing blue and yellow together. Based on what kind of yellow you are using and what kind of blue you are using, you will get different shade of green. So basically you can use any shade, and then you can start creating stem, and you can also have couple of leaves as well. So I'm creating a thicker stem like this for both the flowers. Now for the leaf I'm using same color, and I'm creating a pointed leaf, little broader and little wavy pattern around the edge. Now you can have multiple leaf like this. So basically this is quite big leaf, you can say, having pointed end and little bit waviness around the edge. Now you can create few more and you can finish this particular flower. So I have created two leaves like this. If you want, you can have some darker color, more darker than this one, and add into the leaf area. And I'm adding little bit of green also into my center part. Basically you need to make the center part more darker and more visible. That is something we are trying to achieve here. Now we are done with this particular flower. Now let's jump into the second element. So second element is also simple. For this one I have started with the yellow color. So with the help of lemon yellow color you can create a triangle kind of pattern like this, a conical shape you can say. And I'm creating this with the help of yellow color, but I'm going to add more layers into it later on. So likewise you can have multiple structure into your composition. I'm going to create 3 like these in between at distance. So basically the composition is in my mind, but if you're not comfortable doing these things directly, you can have a pencil mark for the guidance. So basically you can start with the pencil, you can draw all these things with the help of pencil, and then you can try to fill it. So something like that also you can do, but I have started directly with the help of watercolor, and likewise I have created 3 structure like this. So this is the first layer. Let it dry completely. Meanwhile we can paint some other element with the help of green color. So I'm creating a stem, and I am also going to create sub stem to connect these yellow element into the main branch. You can also paint leaves as well. So leaves are simple, bit oval kind of shape and wavy edge, smaller in size, little smaller as compared to the first flower, but similar kind of leaf. And it is easy to paint. You just need to drag your brush in a zigzag manner to paint and have a pointed end around it. And likewise you can paint multiple leaves also, and also try to connect all the yellow element with the help of main stem. Now let's start with the second layer for the yellow element. So I'm using orange color, and try to use concentrated orange, and your previous layer also have dried completely. And you can start creating some curves and line like these, but these are not straight, little bit wavy. So these are very fine lines that I am creating and dividing it into multiple sections, you can say, but I'm doing it with the help of fine tip that I have. So do it carefully, because this is very important step, and do not use too thick line. We need very fine line, and do it either with the help of red color, brown color or orange color. So I have started with the orange color, and I have created like these. Now in between these lines you can add some random pattern to make a net kind of structure. And I'm creating some random pattern to create a net kind of shape. And now this is quite good. You can keep the center little darker, so I'm adding a little bit of green color and blending it like this. Now with the help of red color, so little bit of red, and I'm going around my line and pattern that I have created with the help of orange color to highlight couple of area. So in this particular step you don't have to overdo, just a little bit of red color here and there, creating some lines and pattern more visible. And see how beautiful these structure are. Now at the end, with the help of brown color, I have added a little bit of blue into my brown to make it a little darker, and I'm creating some lines and pattern for the leaf area and for the stem as well. So you can have lines like we usually see into the leaf area to finish. And this is the last step, and we are done with today's video. Hope this video is easy and simple to follow. Please do let me know if you have any kind of feedback for me, and thank you so much for watching. See you all in the next video with more autumn elements.